welcome back to my channel. My husband and I both work from home, both of our children are homeschooled, and we're still pretty much staying at home, not really going to the shops, isolating as much as we can, especially because numbers have started to spike again, and we figure, you know, we've kind of stayed indoors this long, we don't want to throw ourselves back into it unnecessarily. But what that means is that obviously when it comes to sort of low sugar foods that I've been able to try, it's been very much limited to what I can get from either the online shops that we're doing at supermarkets or things from Amazon, things like that. And I've not really been sort of venturing into shops to see what else there is on offer. But today I needed to make a trip to Home Bargains to get something, and I actually needed to go into the store, and while I was in there I just had a look at the stuff that they had on offer that was sugar free or low sugar, and they had a few different things. So some of the things that they had were, they had Battle Bites protein bars. I've never seen these before. I've tried a lot of different protein bars, but these ones I've not seen, and I picked up sprinkled glazed donut flavour and caramel pretzel flavour. They both have 20 grams of protein, and there's 3 grams of sugar in one, 2 grams of sugar in the other, and they are about 220-ish calories each, 240. The donut one is 223, the pretzel one is 248. Then they're not particularly low calorie, but in terms of low sugar, they're good for me, and you also get a good whack of protein. And something like this, I've found has just been really good to keep on hand for kind of morale. You know, after dinner when you're craving something sweet and you don't want to cave and you don't necessarily want to have another shake. Things like this have been really handy. We've been trying out the different grenade bars, because they're another one where the sort of ratio of sugar to protein is good. They're usually sort of 2 grams of sugar or less, so they've been really good for me. But you have to buy them in bulk from Amazon. We're actually waiting for our next delivery, which is kind of why I went on in search of other things that would sort of tide me over until then. The other thing that I found in here, and I think these were, I think they were 3 for £1, which is really, really cheap, are these skinny Chocaholic Snack Pots. They're a bit like, you know, the chocolate dip things that you used to get when we were kids, and they've got different flavour kind of dip inside, and then like little breadstick things. But these are between sort of 102 and 105 calories depending on the flavour, and they are all it says 92% less sugar on the packet, which I always think is really misleading, because 92% less than what? It doesn't, you know, that's a bit of a kind of Weasley way of saying it. Oh, they're made by the Skinny Food Company, and I've had syrups and stuff from them before, and they've been pretty decent. But they actually say sugar wise, certified free from added sugars and certified low sugar on them. And they are yeah, so this one, it's upside down, isn't it? This one is the milk chocolate flavour, and it is 0.9 grams of sugar. Yeah, they're all basically just under 1 gram of sugar, and there are different flavours. I got chocolate orange, white chocolate and raspberry, just plain milk, a normal milk chocolate one, and then there's a hazelnut one, which I assume is going to be like a Nutella-y kind of vibe, and then there's also a white chocolate, and yeah, they've just got like breadstick things inside in the little pot. So yeah, I think given the fact that they're all sort of hovering around 100 calories, that's like a really good thing to keep on hand. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of try these over the next few days and just sort of film my reactions, see what they're like. So I'm going to just try the milk chocolate flavour one today. Sometimes when you open like low sugar things, they can smell really, really chemically, but this genuinely just smells like chocolate. The breadsticks don't have a particularly strong odour. It's quite thick. It's a bit sort of it's a bit like ganache when you dip it. Good. It's really tasty. There's a good crunch to the stick, because sometimes you get them and they're a bit almost like bendy. Yeah, do you know what? That is definitely something that would kind of tide me over if I was having a sweet tooth moment, and with less than a gram of sugar and around 100 calories, you could eat that without impacting a low sugar diet or even a very low calorie diet. You wouldn't know it was low sugar if it didn't say it on the packet at all. It's got a very authentic chocolate taste to it. Sometimes when you get things like this and they've got the breadsticks in them, they kind of taste like, chemically isn't the right word with something like that, but when things are long life, especially when you get pots of things out of shops like Home Bargains and places like that that are intended to last a long time on a shelf, they often have a bit of a weird flavour to the carbohydrates that are in them. Like I've had pots of ready-made pasta and stuff, or rice, and they've got a really weird taste to them, which I assume is something to do with the preservatives or the long life aspect of it. But these, to be honest, the breadstick doesn't really taste of anything. It's just kind of a crunchy delivery system for the ganache. There's also a decent amount of the ganache for the breadsticks. Sometimes you get these things and it's like you get the tiniest amount of sauce, and by the end of it you've just got loads of dry sticks left over. But actually there's a really good ratio with this. That's the milk chocolate one, and I'm really impressed with that. And like I say, they were 3 for £1 or 3 for 99p, I think, which is really good value. It's basically just over 30 pence, just over 100 calories and less than a gram of sugar. I think these might actually become an essential. Obviously I'll be tasting the other flavours as I go along, and I'll be recording my reactions and letting you know what I think. But do you know what, even if I was to just stock up on the milk chocolate version, I'd be more than happy with that. So yeah, I'll be back soon with another flavour, and I'll also try the Battle Bites at some point and let you know what I think of those. I'm about to try the Battle Bites bar, the glazed donut sprinkled glazed donut, whichever way you want to call it. Yeah, so let's see what this is like. Different texture than I imagined it would have. It's got kind of sprinkles in the top, which give it a bit of crunch, but then it's kind of almost got a kind of cakey consistency on the inside, but really tasty, really tasty. It's a bit like a caramel, if you remember those. But yeah, really nice. Good morning, it is Saturday morning, and I'm just about to try the caramel pretzel flavour Battle Bites. This one is 2 grams of sugar, 20 grams of protein, 248 calories. It's slightly different, not the colour that I expected it to be. I don't know what colour I expected it to be honest, but it's got actual bits of pretzel in it. That is really delicious. It's got kind of a cakey consistency again, like the other one, but this one has obviously got the little bits of pretzel in it, which kind of give you a little bit of crunch. That's what it's like on the inside, but it's got like a really rich caramelly sort of flavour to it. Seriously tasty. And again, you wouldn't know it was a protein product or a low sugar product. It's very kind of treaty, and I think they work out quite good value for money as well. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for them for the Battle Bites, but Home Bargains definitely seems to be a pretty good source of low sugar, low calorie. Sorry, there's a bee flying around my head. Yeah, pretty impressed. Hello. Please excuse the state of my eyes. For some reason they've been really swollen today, and it's also ridiculously early in the morning, but I have a sweet tooth, so I'm going to try the white chocolate version, which has 105 calories, I think it is, and they're all about 0.9 grams of sugar. Oh, the ganache is it's softer in this one. Flavour's not as strong, I assume because it's white chocolate. But it's really nice. I've literally not had one yet that has disappointed me. They're really good. And considering they work out about 30p each, they're definitely something that I'd keep in the house. And I think if you actually have a look on, obviously I got these from Home Bargains, but I think the Skinny company, I think they're called, or just Skinny, they've got their own website, and they sell massive boxes of them for like £3 something. So they still work out super cheap, even if you buy them direct from the retailer. So I'll try and do some investigating and leave some links in the description box so that you can try some of these things for yourself. But so far, so impressed. Hello, I am trying the chocolate orange Chocaholic Snack Pot from Skinny Food Co. It actually tastes exactly like a Terry's chocolate orange. Really similar. If you gave me that with a blindfold on and told me it was Terry's chocolate orange, I genuinely wouldn't know any difference. That is really tasty. I think it's the highest calorie one at 105 calories. Sorry, 104 calories. But it's still less than a gram of sugar, which is really good. Oh, I forgot to mention that I tried the white chocolate and raspberry Skinny Pot thing last night. I don't know why, but I was kind of dreading it. I had a bit of a weird experience with one of the Xanti products, which had a raspberry flavour, which was super chemical, and it kind of put me off. So when I saw the white chocolate and raspberry one, I wanted to try all the flavours, but I kind of put it off till the end. But actually it was really tasty. So all of the flavours of those snack pots that I tried were really nice, and I would recommend all of them to anybody, not just people who are trying to have low calorie snacks. But yeah, that one I did actually try it, I just forgot to record the reaction at the time. So that was my experience of buying low sugar snacks from Home Bargains. I had a look on the website, and they actually sell the Battle Bites in bulk on their website. They sell a case of 12 for £14.28. That works out at £1.19 each, which is not bad at all compared to a lot of the other protein bars, especially given the fact that they're good levels of protein, low sugar. That's actually quite cheap compared to some of the others that we've tried. So that is definitely something I would consider, and there are other flavours on there too. As I said, I'll leave links below to the Home Bargains things that you can get, and also to the bulk of the little snack pots on the Skinny Food Company, because I think you can get them pretty cheap from their own website as well. But yeah, hopefully in the coming weeks I'm gonna try to venture out safely and have a little explore of some other shops, so I will share that with you when I've found some stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.